Excuse me, sir. Have you accepted Jesus Christ as your personal Lord and Savior? He's the only way to salvation.
Thank you for your concern, my friend. I have immense respect for Jesus and his teachings, but I follow a different spiritual path, one that fulfills my soul.
But how can you be fulfilled without Jesus? He said, I am the way, the truth, and the life. You can't come to God without him.
My friend, sometimes it is better to let such things remain unsaid. Discussions like these can often lead to misunderstanding.
No, you must tell me. If you don't believe Jesus is the only way, you must have a reason. Why not share it?
Since you insist, let us discuss this respectfully. First, let us consider the Hebrew Scriptures. In Exodus 4:22, God says, Israel is my son, my firstborn. Israel has always been seen as God's chosen people, his children, and the light to the world. Why would God change that?
But his crucifixion fulfills the prophecy.
The suffering servant suffers for the collective sins of Israel, representing the trials of a nation. It is not a prophecy of an atoning death for the world. This idea aligns with Israel's role as a nation enduring exile and hardship while maintaining faith in God.
But the Gospels are eyewitness accounts proving Jesus' divinity and fulfillment of prophecy.
Not quite. The Gospels were written decades after Jesus by followers interpreting events to support their beliefs. They are written in the third person, not as first-hand testimony. It was only later church tradition that assigned the names Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John to these writings.
But the virgin birth was prophesied in Isaiah. A virgin shall conceive and bear a son.
That is a mistranslation. The original Hebrew word in Isaiah 7:14 is Alma, meaning young woman, not virgin. This referred to events in Isaiah's time, centuries before Jesus, and had nothing to do with the future Messiah.
But what about his miracles? Surely they prove he was the Son of God.
Miracles and divine titles were common in ancient times. Caesar Augustus was called the Son of God, and people attributed miracles to him. Even Hercules was considered a son of God. Elevating influential figures to divine status was a cultural norm, not unique to Jesus.
But Jesus rose from the dead. No one else has done that.
The resurrection is a matter of faith, not history. Other traditions also speak of divine figures transcending death. In the Vedic scriptures, Krishna's divine pastimes include a transcendental departure, symbolizing the eternal soul and God's power. Could not Jesus' resurrection be understood similarly?
But Jesus himself said, No one comes to the Father except through me.
Then God, who is all-loving and merciful, will guide us. The Bhagavad Gita teaches that sincerity and devotion are what truly matter. God looks at the heart, not the label.
I hadn't thought about it that way.
My friend, let us not argue over who is right or wrong. Truth is like a mountain with many paths. We may climb from different sides, but we all aim for the summit.
I'll think about what you've said.
Please take this. It explains more about Krishna and the Vedic teachings. Perhaps it will give you another perspective.
Thank you. I'll read it and pray for you.
And I will pray for you. May we both grow closer to God.